Hello, good day everyone. This is Rain, your TLE teacher, and today we will be having another activity, and we will be cutting bottles. So recently I just bought online a nice product, but I don't know, but it's actually my first time to do this. So our objective is for us to cut this bottle, okay? It's using the one that I bought online. So are you now ready? So our materials, of course, you don't need naman. So we will be using this. Maybe later we will be getting a a source of fire to heat up the bottle, no, for the drastic change of temperature that will cause the bottle to break or to separate. So we will now be assembling this one. So we will uh, open the package. No, so I already open it. So inside is a manual. There's an instruction here, and you could also see a sandpaper. I think this will be used to smoothen the surface of the bottle. So this is the manual. So step one. So we will try to see first what's the content of. So let's set aside this one first, and this has still content in it. So we will be using the ones that are already empty. So usually we're just showing this, but once we cut the top portion of it, we could still be able to use the bottle. Okay, so it has two pieces of rod in a. So let's try to be a bit gentle with in this one as well. And that's it. That's the content of the package. So I think it's easy. We just only have to follow the instruction of assembling the. So it has a cute screwdriver here. But we call this a stubby. No, you still remember our class before with tools. So we call a small screwdriver a stubby. And it has something like this and a wing nut, lots of wing nuts, four of it. Okay, and it's stuck. So just remove it. And okay, forgot the name of this ending bolt. Mhm. But it has a dome on it. Just research it. Maybe I could share that to the next video. And then this one, I think this is the diamond, the cutting edge of our cutter. And small screws as well in here. And a very tiny screw as well. Oh my gosh. So it has a missing screw. Since there are two of this, so basically the ones will like that, right? And then this one will be, we're going to place this over here. Mm-mm. And the wing nut. We will place the wing nut here. The wing nut. There you go. After the wing nut, we will place the cup. What do you call this? The cap nut. No, cup nut. Remember that. No, that's the cup nut. Nut. For some book, we're calling this a swing nut, but in the manual, they are calling it as butterfly nut. Okay. So a nut and a bolt is usually partner. So I think this is the first part. And we will be placing the next part. Yeah. So it's just simple, I think. I hope that I will be able to assemble successfully this device, and then we will be trying to cut a scrap or unused bottle in here. Okay, and I hope it will become successful as well. Everything here is trial and error, and it's also my first time to do this activity. Okay, I think the cup nut here will just only secure the wing nut. Okay, So the next part is for us to place the spacer. I think this is the spacer. No? So the in the sketch here or in the drawing here, you will see that this is the wing nut. And so this is the wing nut. This is the somewhat like the big part, not the big acrylic. And there should be a spacer. So then we'll place the spacer. Then we will be attaching this one, and we will lock it with a wing nut. And what is this? That's the screw which will also hold the other part of our glass cutter. Okay, so let's try to do it. Okay, so we will insert the spacer now. Oh, something is blocking. Are you sure this would be the... So the spacer, there you go. So I think it only has some... Okay, so there you go. And that was the next step. We will be placing, excuse me, placing this one here, and sliding down, slide down. So I hope this is actually, I actually would be using the if ever that I've successfully cut this, I will use it in my plants to grow some of my photos on it. So let's try to study again the diagram. So we will be using a wing nut here to secure the bolt. Now this is quite a very long, fully threaded bolt. So normally, if you will be cutting a glass, and I'm also seeing it in most glass cutting, shops, they would usually use this something like this, no, as a primary or a first step no, to cut the glass, and then later on they will, once there's a cut, they're not actually cutting the glass star or entirely, but it's just only maybe cutting the surface with a steady pressure, and then suddenly they will just raise it and click it like that. So that's magic. Just kidding. So I think it takes a lot of practice to do that, no? But in our case, we will just be starting with this. Maybe we could also try cutting glass later. Okay. So using our wing nut, we'll go down to lock let's try to what is it? The acrylic board A and B. The other acrylic is C. The acrylic board. Maybe A and B is this one, and C acrylic board C is this one. Okay, and then we will be using this one. Okay, so this one will be going here. Okay, this will hold the acrylic A. Okay, we're placing it here, and acrylic A is already in place. This is and then we will be using the cup nut to secure or to not to let the cup, I mean the acrylic board A to go somewhere else, to make it in place. Okay, so maybe the technique is for you to insert this first, and I mean the nut, the bolt first. What do you call this bolt? Space sleeve. Okay, the nut. Don't just call it as a usual nut. So once you reach the the limit of the cup bolt or cup nut, then you can use this one too to securely fasten our hole. So there you go, class. No, so it's really secure. I don't know what's the next step. So the next step is for us to, let's see the other side. How does it look like? Maybe for you see, there is a hole. There's a hole, five of it. I think this is for your adjustment. If ever that you will be cutting a small bottle, then you will use this one. And then you could also angle it. You could have it standing as well. So I don't know if what is the position. Maybe going this way or this way. So if we try to position it, then it exactly fits into the hole. Now, the two holes on the, what do you call this? The cutting head. We are calling this as the cutting head. Actually fits or goes with the hole in our acrylic board A. So you could transfer it here for bigger bottles, no? So for example, we will be using this bottle. No? Just ignore the brand. Putting it here. So it will cut the bottle here. So I think, how about if you want a smaller cut? Maybe here. Let's say I will just only be needing this much, not this tall. Let me adjust. Maybe, yeah, I think we can. But we need to move this. But anyway, this is in our, this is a back stop. Okay, so let's try putting now the blade, the cutting head. Okay, I think it should be this way. Let's try. hmm So how do we attach this? So we put the bolt inside. And it will fit to the hole as well. There you go. Here. This is the smallest. So let's just figure it out maybe later. Okay, so let's try to fix this. Hmm. So we will now attaching the bolt. Okay, and our screwdriver here. Put it inside. Okay, to securely fasten the bolt inside our. Okay, that's it. So you need to use your baby screwdriver. I think we will settle for this arrangement or for this distance. So you need to rotate clockwise the bolt, okay, including the other one as well. Clockwise. And of course, we need to use the little bolt here to permanent or to securely in place the cutting head. Okay, there's a cutting head. Okay, there you go. So we have already finished the what do you call this? The cutting device or apparatus that I got from the internet and from online. So I think we will be putting it here in there. You could actually hear this sound. So your direction is push down and rotate like that. Okay. So let's prepare for some materials for us to cut the successfully. Okay, class. To continue with our project or our activity, I've actually prepared a water here in a basin, and you will have the candle here in our our device and matches because we will be lighting the candle. And this one we will be putting it here because I don't want the bottle to be very here. I want something here. Or I even like the bottle to be somewhere here. Yeah. So not too high, not too, I mean just enough, maybe here. We will try to experiment it more the coming days or for our next video. So we will be lighting this is actually my first time to do this, so I hope that this will work. I haven't tried cutting a bottle before. So the principle is once we have already placed it here and a portion of course this will form a line here or a an incision here. So exposing it to the candle that will heat up the bottle and submerging it immediately in the water will create the drastic change of temperature so that will break the glass. I hope, okay? So we will now start our so we will be using this piece of wood, okay, to uh, to to adjust the height of our project. Okay, maybe we could remove the packaging or the label. So we will now start to make sure. I think that you will be able to. I don't know. I can actually hear now the glass. I mean the action of the cutting head to the glass. You actually see the cut here. So in this part, I actually don't have. I think we need to be uniform in terms of the pressure pushing down the bottle like this. But I'm not so sure if this is uniformly done because there's a wobble here. Maybe we could do something so that will not be one. So continue cutting and then we will be heating up this one with I think this is enough. So we will now we will release the pressure. And I think we need to wear our PPE for this, our goggles, just in case that something will not be going right. So we could protect our eyes. Okay. So we will now be doing the heating up. Maybe we can use the I don't know if how many rotation. For some they are putting a string on it and then by principle we need to place the cut portion. I mean the one that was created by the cutter, was cutter to the bottle. Mm. And then we will submerge it into the water. Okay? I don't know if this is hot enough. This is a trial and error. So just use your estimation. But we need to make sure that the bottle is really hot so that it will really create the drastic change later of temperature. Okay, I think let's try. Oh my gosh, it's successful. See this? I've actually cut the bottle already, but it's still very crooked. So what we will be doing is we will be you can still use this one. This is really good. But of course this is very sharp. We need to sand this first with a sandpaper. I'm just happy I have successfully cut the bottle. So let's try to have a coarser grit of sandpaper, or maybe we can use the ones that was provided in the packaging. This one. So, but the only issue we have is it's very crooked. Okay? But maybe it could still be a part. I'm sorry, there's content in it, and we could have it. You know, I remove the sharp edges. You could light this off. So I don't know. Let's try a coarser sandpaper. Okay. And then we will be removing the inner part. I will be using this for my plants. The only issue we have here for this activity of ours is that the side, I mean, we didn't cut it entirely straight. Maybe because that this one is wobbling, it's really moving. So maybe we could use this part here to attach a fastener to completely make this very sturdy. Okay. And then we could also use the other part no, for some plants. Now I actually see some of the design of this by maybe putting it here in putting a string inside to make it self-watering, but we could still use this. So actually I think that already ends our video. So we could also use this part here. So for you to be able to, you can use what grade is this? Number 60? 60 grade for a grinder. But anyway, that already ends our video. So thank you very much and hope to see you again in my next video. We will be trying to cut more bottles. Okay? Thank you and goodbye. See you again. This is Irene, your TLE teacher.